Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am Farah Nabila, and today I'm going to share about a story that used the technique in medias res. So the first question is, how is the technique used in the story? So in the story, the in medias res technique is used to begin the story in the middle of action. The reader is immediately introduced to the protagonist, the young wizard, as he is already on his quest to find the mystical gem of power. The technique creates a sense of immediacy and tension, drawing the reader into the story right away. The backstory is then revealed gradually through the narrative, adding depth and complexity to the characters and their motivations. Moving on to the second question, why do I choose this technique? So, the in medias res technique is effective for teaching children because it immediately engages their attention and piques their curiosity. By beginning a story in the middle of the action, children are immediately drawn into the story and are eager to find out what has happened before and what will happen next. It can also help children develop their critical thinking skills as they try to piece together the story's events and characters from the clues provided. Furthermore, the technique can help children improve their listening and comprehension skills. Since the story begins in the middle, children need to pay close attention to the details and context provided to understand what is happening. This can also help them develop their memory skills as they try to remember and recall the details of the story. Overall, the in medias res technique is a powerful tool for teaching children storytelling skills and improving their overall literacy skills. By engaging their attention and challenging them to think critically and recall details, it can help children become better readers, writers, and communicators. Next, how to integrate the activity for the storytelling. Now, I have chosen dice storytelling as the activity. There is two ways to integrate the activity with the storytelling. Firstly, I can begin by teaching my students on how to create a dice origami. After they finish the origami, we can proceed to decide on the genre for the story. For example, fantasy. They can later on choose the picture that they want for their storytelling later and paste it onto the dice. This activity is suitable for level 1 students as it is engaging and easier to create. Secondly, we can proceed with a half-finished story where the students will use the dice to complete the other half of the story. For example, the decision maker to continue the plot of the story or challenges the characters need to face, and even the ending. This activity is suitable for level 2 students as it needs them to spontaneously create the story according to the dice. On to the last question, why do I choose this particular activity for the story? The dice storytelling activity is a great way to engage children in the story and encourage them to think creatively. It allows children to take control of the story and make their own decisions about what happens next, which can be very empowering and inspiring for them. In the case of the story about the young wizard, the dice storytelling activity could be used to determine the challenges and obstacles that the wizard and the fairy face on their journey to find the gem of power. Children can roll the dice to determine the type of challenge, such as a riddle or a physical obstacle, and then work together to come up with a solution to overcome it. This activity not only encourages creativity and problem-solving skills, but also helps children to develop their social and collaborative skills as they work together to create the story. It can also be a fun and interactive way to reinforce the themes and messages of the story, such as the importance of kindness, perseverance, and using power responsibly. And that's all from me. Thank you.